A new warning now on what could be the next big threat to U.S. national security. The radical Islamist group Boko Haram, operating out of Nigeria, reportedly modeling itself after Al-Qaeda and thought to be responsible for at least 180 murders just this year. Congressman Peter King and Patrick Meehan are urging the State Department to take immediate action, they say, before it's too late. Congressman Peter King, Republican of New York, joins us now. He's chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee. You have written a letter to Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and the State Department asking what?
To have Boko Haram, which is based out of Nigeria, be declared a foreign terrorist organization. Over the last year, Boko Haram, which identifies with Al-Qaeda, has shown increased sophistication. They've attacked churches, they've set off a series of bombings, which is much more advanced than they were able to do several years ago. In addition to that, and I give Congressman Pat Meehan a lot of credit on this, we put out a report several months ago showing that there's serious indications that Boko Haram is linking up or forming alliances with groups like Al-Shabaab and Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, which are two offshoots of Al-Qaeda. So by declaring it a foreign terrorist organization, that will give the Justice Department and the Treasury Department more tools to use against it.
Any response yet from the State Department on your request?
No, we haven't gotten it. Now, we, again, had hearings last year. We raised the issue then and didn't hear anything, which is why Pat Meehan and I decided to send a letter to Secretary Clinton, because we are very concerned that Boko Haram is really advancing very, very quickly. And in many ways, it's similar to what Alaki's group, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, was doing over the last several years. And again, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula has shown a willingness to attack the U.S. Boko Haram is now linking up in some ways, it appears, with Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. So we would have to be concerned about an attack here in the mainland as well.
Boko Haram, thought to be the group that is responsible for that car bomb outside a Catholic church in Nigeria that during Christmas Day Mass. I mean, you just can't get more deplorable than that. I can't imagine that the State Department would not agree to your request to put them on the terror watch list.
I would certainly hope they would. Now, again, we had a hearing, series of hearings last year, put out a very comprehensive report, and no action was taken at that time, which is why Pat Meehan and I have now decided to follow up. And we are getting indications that some people in the State Department, for whatever reason, are resisting having it declared a foreign terrorist organization. So we believe by sending a letter and by going public, it would bring this issue to the forefront. And I have enough faith in Secretary of State Clinton that if it reaches her desk, she will do it. We were hearing that it could be getting bottled up somewhere within the department. So we wanted to bring it out and make it public.
I know that your committee, as well as so many anti-terror organizations within the United States, are always on the watch for new threats. What do you make of this new poster that turned up, sort of an internet movie poster? Says, here's the sample of it. This apparently just turned up yesterday. Al-Qaeda coming soon again in New York.
Yeah, well, this is the world that Ray Kelly has to live in. New York and Long Island, northern New Jersey are the #1 terrorist target in the world. And that is why Commissioner Kelly and the NYPD and other police departments in the area are constantly monitoring terrorist websites. They're going to websites which in the past have shown links to terrorist organizations. And so the NYPD has to take this very seriously. Now, Commissioner Kelly will expand on this. It may turn out to be nothing, but the NYPD cannot afford to take that chance. It has to run this down in as much detail as it possibly can, and also see, could this be a signal on something else? Sometimes they put one thing on a website, but it's really a signal to something else. So that's why all this has to be monitored. I understand the FBI is also now involved. But this is the world we live in, and I shouldn't say unfortunately we haven't been attacked, but because we have not been attacked successfully in recent years, too many Americans believe that the threat is no longer there. The threat is alive, it's real, and that's why Commissioner Kelly is responding the way he is.
Yeah, we're going to hear what the police commissioner has to say about that thing, whether it's, just some punk somewhere on a computer trying to, scare the country. We hope he can find out. Congressman Peter King, Republican of New York, from the Homeland Security Committee. Thank you.
News 12, Long Island.
Coming soon to New York, Al-Qaeda. Police are investigating this threatening message from terrorists. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Lee Tyrell.
And I'm Colleen McVeigh. That picture was posted on an online forum tied to jihadist groups, and investigators are not taking it lightly.
News 12 Long Island's Erica Pizzi joins us now in the studio with more. Erica?
While the FBI says there is no specific or credible threat to New York right now, the agency is still taking this one seriously. After all, according to the feds, our area is still a top terrorist target.
Is this a joke?
No, this is not a joke, but it is a mock movie poster depicting the latest terror threat on New York. The image turned up on a jihadist website with sympathetic ties to Al-Qaeda.
It's scary and it's disgusting.
Here we go again.
More than 10 years has passed since September 11th, and it's almost been a year since SEAL Team 6 killed Osama bin Laden. But that doesn't make these Long Islanders feel any safer.
The old ones die out and new ones come in. Nobody's safe.
They did it before, they'll do it again. What's stopping them?
Well, the federal government certainly hopes to. Seaford Congressman Peter King is the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee.
But it could also be a signal to another cell here. It could be also a test run to see how we respond to it, how we react. And this is really the world we live in today, where we have to track everything down, take everything seriously.
King says while most likely it's nothing, people should be concerned.
It shows that we have to support the police when they do take preemptive action.
The congressman alluding to public criticism of the NYPD for spying on mosques and Muslim-owned stores across our area.
I've seen all the intelligence reports. The New York, Long Island region is the #1 terrorist target in the country by far.
A frightening fact, especially with messages like this one taking aim at our area.
You never know. It's scary. You have to look around, be aware of everything.
This threat aside, Congressman King says the next attack on the United States will probably happen in Manhattan, and he says it could very well be launched from the suburbs, like here in Nassau, Suffolk counties. Lee.
All right, Erica, thank you so much. And in our question of the day, we asked, are you fearful about the possibility of another al-Qaeda attack on New York City? 63% of you said yes, 37% said no.